dismantles this whole thing is Acts chapter 20, verse 7. It says, and this is the early church, on the first day of the week, Sunday, this is the early church, this is Paul, the people that we should be modeling our lives after. On the first day of the week, when we were gathered together to break bread, they were celebrating the communion, the Lord's Supper, right? Worshiping in drinking the wine representing the blood and the bread representing his body. On the first day of the week, when we were gathered together to break bread, Paul talked with them, intending to depart on the next day, and he prolonged his speech until midnight. If Sunday is the mark of the beast, Paul and everybody at that gathering must have been marked with the mark of the beast.
Bro, I recently discovered, I feel so stupid saying this, but I'm going to say it anyway. 1 Corinthians 16, bro, verse 2. On the first day of every week, each of you is to put something aside and store it up. I'm like, wait.
It's likely that this is offering plates. it's likely.
I was told, what did he say? This was
this is offering plates. it's likely.
It's likely.
I was told
it's likely. We Adventists don't do that. We Adventists go, it's written. We don't base stuff on it's likely. We go, it's written. But let's keep going. Let them keep going.
Yep.
Wait, I was told that this was bad worship and there was no biblical support that people worshipped on Sunday, and this whole complicated argument. I'm like, say what?
Right.
Yeah,
right.
Dude.
So
that I didn't thought about that, by the way. That's a really good point.
Dude, that's and we know the first day of the week is Sunday.
Right, my friends, we're gonna pause right there. Gabriel.
Clean up on aisle 7.
Oh, my friend, Gabriel. Who's gonna go first? Me or you?
You go first, my brother.
All right, my friends. You know what we're gonna do first before I give my shot at it? We're gonna do this. We're gonna have the AI go first. All right. What verse did he use? Acts 27, correct?
Acts 20, verse 7.
Acts 20 and verse 7. Look what we're gonna do, my friends. We're gonna do something. Look what we're gonna do here. We're gonna go to the AI, and we're gonna ask the AI. There is a person saying they can keep Sunday because of this verse. How would she respond? My friends, let's see. A whole bunch of misspellings here. Talking to this person. All right, let's see what she would say, how she would respond if she alive. Then I'm gonna go, and then Gabriel's gonna go. All right, friends. This is what she would say. If she was alive, she would say the meeting at Taurus was on the first day of the week, and it was not a Sunday meeting. The disciples came together to break bread, to preach unto them, ready to depart to tomorrow. This is a farewell meeting held in the evening after the Sabbath was passed. The day of the week began Sunday, sunset. According to the Jews' reckoning, on the meeting was held at the night. There's no evidence that the first day of the week was ever observed as the Sabbath. So she was alive. Interesting, Gabriel, correct?
Mm-hmm.
If she was alive, she would say that happened on the nighttime, and according to the Jewish calendar, after the sun goes down, that's one day. So that's not that day. It's actually this. Very interesting, correct?
Yes, sir.
She would also say there is no command in the Bible requiring the first day of the week as a Sabbath institution. The Sabbath was instituted as Eden and observed by his Christ and his disciples, the fourth commandment was never replaced. So that is what she would say. You want to have some more fun, my friend? Let's have some more fun. You know, we love to have fun here. We're going to ask this question. We're going to ask Stephen Bohr and all these people, what would they say about it? Because, you know, we love to have fun here, my friends.
Oh, yeah.
How? Let's go right there. Got it? There is a person. Give me a consensus. There, right here. Got it, my friends. There is a person saying, how would they? We just got to switch that word they. Let's go. Now, what would they say, Gabriel? Let's see how the Bible response is. Let's see how the Seventh-day Adventist commentary responds. Let's see how the theologians, Ted Wilson, Doug Batchelor, and Stephen Bohr, let's see how they would respond. And then we'll get right to it, my brother. The Bible says in Acts 20 and verse 7, describes a one-time meeting, Saturday night, biblical first day for fellowship, not Sabbath worship. The Sabbath remains the seventh day. So it's saying that it was a one-time meeting, and also that meeting was not a meeting of worship, my friends. The commentary says this was post-Sabbath gathering after sunset, still biblically Saturday night. Breaking bread refers to the meal and not a day of worship. We're going to get into all of this, my friends, because I have some things we're going to talk about. The theologians, J.N. Andrews, clarifies that Acts 27 does not override the Sabbath command. It was a farewell meeting. My friends, as you can see, that Acts 20 and verse 7 in the content, in the history, is talking about a farewell goodbye meeting. It's not talking about an actual replacing of the Sabbath. Ted Wilson, ex-president, emphasizes Sabbath keeping as non-negotiable, takes them to Revelation 14:12, and says Acts does not justify Sunday observance. Doug Batchelor notes that it was a night meeting, Jewish time, sunset to sunset. No biblical precedent for Sunday sacredness. And Stephen Bohr says that they preach after the sunset. He also says that the breaking bread was a meal, not common worship. And it also says that this verse does not provide a Sabbath change. So we see that there with them. I hope that information was useful. So here we have the Bible verse right here. Me and Gabe, now we're going to break down both of them, because he said Acts 20 and verse 7. And he also said 1 Corinthians 16 and verse 2. All right, Gabriel, I'm going to go first, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's break it down here. We're in Acts 20, verse 7, King James Version, which is my favorite version. It says, and upon the first day of the week, which is Sunday, the disciples came to break bread together. All right, friends. 1 second, let me pull this up. They came to break bread together. And Paul preached to them, ready to depart on the morrow, until his speech at midnight. So friends, right off the back, the first thing that we see, okay, we see a Sunday, we see a breaking bread on Sunday. Friends, any mention of worship? No mention of worship. My friends, there's just no mention of worship. So to say that this is the worship day and this is the day that makes the day Sunday, well, my friends, there is no mention of worship here. It says first day of the week, and there's no mention of worship. But if we go to Isaiah 66:23, it says Sabbath right here, correct? And then it says worship. So us Adventists, we have the Sabbath of worship. The Sunday keepers have, where's the worship?
Nowhere.
It's nowhere to be found. You understand what I'm saying?